Good morning, Facebook world. My name is Gabe Toth, and I am an online music teacher. I've been teaching since 1997. When I got back from living in Boston, Massachusetts, up there and parking the car in the garage up in at Berkeley College of Music, and spent some time up there. And then I went right back. Then I went right into the music force and had my first gig with a musical, a touring group for 5 months. Oh my gosh! And it wasn't a tour bus either. It was a regular charter bus. Oh my gosh! I think that's why my back has been hurting ever since, and it hasn't stopped. But I'd like to invite you. I teach online, okay, since the pandemic now. It's been since, 2020 or 2021. I was teaching for some places online, and some of the places were in other states. And one place was in Virginia. And here I noticed that they were really, really particular about, like, oh, don't share your information with the students, and they really kept us distant, and they had to do absolutely everything. And they even sent me a t-shirt that they asked, well, could you please wear this t-shirt during your lessons? And okay, and I guess a couple times I didn't even have the t-shirt on, and there was the secretaries would actually check online to see if you'd be wearing your t-shirts, and they would let you know if you weren't wearing your t-shirt, and they didn't like that. And here I basically found out that they were charging the students like 60, 70 or whatever it was per hour for a lesson, and giving me a measly $20 an hour, which actually for a professional position, that's a very, very low rate. But that's not really the point. The point is that they were taking, in a scumbag way, they were taking advantage. I was doing the gist of the work, so I was like, well, gee, I'm going to do this. I can do it for myself. And then the next day, I put out a Facebook page. I put a Facebook page together, and then I put on a website, and had no clue what I was doing. I could barely turn the computer on, but I didn't get my 40 students in a day. The next day there weren't 40 students there for me, but it did take about 3 years. But it's been the coolest gig because in about 3 years I had about 60, and then it wavers around 45 to 60. You always have, but I still have my core of like 10 core people that have been with me since like day one. And I have a guy that's been with me and hasn't missed one lesson, and he works every day, and like hard labor work. He's up with the roosters, and worked in Vermont Cheese Company, and I ordered some of that stuff at Christmas time. It's awesome. But I love teaching piano, guitar, ukulele, even trumpet, and even drum kit is fun. I use an interesting system which I developed for over 30 years of teaching. Okay, and actually it comes from the method, the vocal method, that I've been working on for 30 years. And I know some skeptics may think, oh, well, what makes him think he's so special, or he can make up well, I've spent 40 years in the music industry as a singer, as a performer, as a teacher. Performer, and then 30 years as a teacher. I like to believe that personally I've paid my dues. I was brought up in a boys' choir where the director was authoritarian and somewhat authoritarian, and let's say I paid my dues, and everybody else that was there So, but there were some great times and some great things. Got to sing, tour Japan and England and everywhere, and learned a lot of music, and that's where the music started, and I stayed in music forever. I said I'd like to, one day just, make my own method that takes the rocket science out of learning to sing, or the whole concept of singing. There's all these textbooks, and I have a couple of them, 300 pages long, and why we, where we meet our head voice meets our chest voice, and it really gets in depth and talks about all this stuff. And I'm like, I want to just come up with a simple physical method that will work for people immediately. And it's like, oh, nobody can do it immediately. It's like, well, I'm done listening to people's negativity, because my course so far has gotten 87 5-star reviews. Oh, well, 86. I have one review from a hater that didn't like me because I was woke. Oh, whatever. However, anyway, I'm going to do a free lesson for you right now from the Gabe Toth Vocal Method. It's actually called the Toth Vocal Method. And I do have it in an actual digital form, and I have it in an ebook form, okay, and you can order that from me. You can go to Talk Espresso, and everything that I teach, even the style I use with guitar and piano and voice and all that. And what it is based on, really just relaxing and just, it's fun, and you can actually feel yourself progress each week and each lesson. You can even feel it during the first lesson. I even had a trial lesson, 2 weeks ago, and I had a girl, a woman from Oslo, Norway, and she was very serious, very strict, very like, oh, is this guy for real, or is he, and unfortunately, me being a real person, and, I have to put up the grunt for all the thousands of scammers that are online right now calling themselves vocal coaches. And it's like every day I get online, there's another 5,000 vocal coaches popping out of the woodwork. And what we have is a bunch of creators, content creators with a little bit of music knowledge, and say, oh, let's manipulate this, and then and then they become vocal coaches. And with AI, actually, you can kind of fake your way into that kind of thing. However, it's like I have to battle and be in competition with them. I've been fighting and being in competition with everybody as a teacher for 30 years, fighting for the students and and being the cheapest, the teacher that, charges the least amount. But anyway, the method is about the student. It is about you. It has nothing to do with me, but it has to do with, making singing easier and letting everybody, have a chance at using a naturally given gift. Now, this is a part of the half hour, okay? When you study voice with me, I always recommend an hour, at least 1 hour every week. Half hour, you do a couple exercises and it's over already. But the first half hour, maybe 40-ish minutes, that's the hardcore work. It actually starts with real deep relaxation, okay? And it has to do with relaxation, then breathing, then we get into the core of breathing and using the diaphragm, okay? And we just kind of numb the head and the mouth, and we just have more work here and less work here. So my method, we take all of the work out of the voice. Well, not all of it, but less work here, more work here, okay? And it's working for people. And like I was saying, I had this very strict woman last week from Norway, and she's like, I can't get this note in my chorus when, you know, I write my songs and it comes to the chorus part and I can't sing the note, I can't hit the note. And I'm like, well, try this, breathe this way and put your head like this and just drop your shoulders back and blah, blah, blah. And she hit the note and like her eyes changed. It was a neat thing to see. Her eyes changed and I could see that aha moment. And the aha moments are worth everything. And she was smiling from then on to the end of the lesson. So that's what I'm doing for everybody. And I am holding an online lecture next Friday, okay, and you can sign up for that at Talkspresso. That's Talkspresso, I guess it's spelled Talkes, like the drink espresso, Talkspresso. That is the site where I'm booking through, or through my own webpage, www.GabeTothMusicInstruction.com. Again, who am I? Well, I'm just someone that has performed professionally and some pretty big deal things, you know, for 40 years, and I taught for 30 years, and on and off, of course, and just, you know, and now I teach online, which I love doing. I'm going back to playing again. I'm going to start also as part of my business online teaching. I'm going to start a wedding business and, you know, play weddings and do that, because that's always something I enjoy doing. And 87 5-star reviews in 4 years. So I think something, you know, some are, you know, liking the method, and it does work, okay? So so we're just going to start with a simple this is like the third section. After the relaxation, then we have the tone and the pitch that we work on, which I did yesterday for you pretty much. So now we're just going to take the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, we learned that back in elementary school with the Von Trapp family with okay, so we have that, but we're not just singing do to do. We want to breathe in, feel our lungs dropping into our stomach and letting that stomach go out, and we're going to fill it up with gas, okay, with air. And then we're going to do do. We're going to hit it with like a tenuto, okay? We're going to have a little attack and then come off of it, okay? It's not going to be legato or short. It's like the concept of pushing the airbag. So our torso becomes one of the airbags. It's underneath the bagpipes. So we go do, re, mi, fa, and we're letting the vowels go down and forward, okay? We want our tongue to be behind our bottom teeth or lip, which one even feels more comfortable, because what happens, that pulls our tongue away from our top palate, the soft fleshy part in the back of our mouth, so that our sound is more clear. So again, we just relax everything, we're yawning or sighing it. Okay, so we go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Those last two notes, they felt tired, so I had to push that a little bit, okay? Now, so we went from left to right. Now we got to go backwards, because music doesn't always just go up. So we have to go do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Remember, don't forget anything. Keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the head down, and really like just loose, and like everything's numb and loose. Okay, once you feel tension, that means something's working overtime. Okay, and the goal is we want to eventually feel as comfortable in the low range, mid range, and high range. That's why the first part of the session yesterday we had the ta ah 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 ah. Oh, I gave a little too much on a high note and went a little sharp. Okay, but we have our low range, our mid range, and our high range. Okay, but now we go up with the scale, and we came down with the scale. So that's conditioning our ear to hear the given key that we're in. Okay, so now the next part, and those of you who play instruments, guitars, you can play along with it. Piano, you can play along with it. Usually do it in A or C. And again, keep that jaw dropped and the vowels forward and down. A simple do, mi, so, mi, do. And then we go re, fa, la, fa, re. And then we go mi, so, ti, so, mi. And then we go fa, la, do, la, fa. Notice nothing's really, I'm not moving like crazy. My head's not up in the air. My neck's not, veins aren't bulging out of my neck. Okay. So, ti, re, ti, so. La, do, mi, do, la. Then we have the ti, re, fa, re, ti. And now, bigger breath because we're hitting that. Do, mi, so, mi, do. And that's my first time of hitting a G today, and we'll be hitting it a lot more. So we go backwards. Do, mi, so, mi, do. Ti, re, fa, re, ti. La, do, mi, do, la. So, ti, re, ti, so. Fa, la, do, la, fa. Mi, so, ti, so, mi. Re, fa, la, fa, re. Then do, mi, so, mi, do. What that does, since of course we can't sing 3 notes at a time to sing the whole triad. So what we can do, we sing it broken like that. And that conditions our ear, okay, to hear chord progressions and to feel chord progressions, okay? So the first part, we're just conditioning our ear to hear the given major key that we're in, okay? And now we just heard the chords, and for those of you instrumentalists, guitarists, or pianists, it helps to play the chords in any given key because it'll help you remember your chords also. Alright, so we also, what's the next part? We go do, re, do, okay? The intervals. So we start with major intervals. Do, re, do, then do, mi, do, sure, and again, remember, we're pushing on the note and then pulling off. Do, mi, do, fa, do, then do, so, do, then do, la, do, then do, ti, do, then do, do, do. Now that was key of A, okay? And then of course, intervals are important. They help everything, okay? And then going down, we got the minor intervals, okay? We have do, ti, do, which is a second. It's a minor second. The notes are closer, okay, than the major second because it's only a half step. So you have the do, ti, do, then do, la, do, then the do, so, do, then the do, fa, do, then the do, mi, do, then the do, re, do, then do, do, do. And then yes, I have you doing this in the first week of taking voice lessons with me. The last part of the ear training protocol is, yes, you got it, chromatic. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, so, si, la, la, li, ti, do. Okay, we have do, di. So it changed, the syllable goes to E on the way up. So you got do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, so, si, la, li, ti, do. And then, of course, we go backwards. Do, ti, te, la. And it's usually around that te and la. We want to really watch it. We got to keep the notes smashed together because they're only half steps now. Do, ti, te, la. Then we have la, le, so, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, now, and you'll be able to sing the chromatic scale pretty much after a month or so. Okay, so come study voice with Gabe. Your voice will be the best that it ever has been, and any problem that you have, it doesn't take you years. Okay, I'm the guy at the end of the row because I'm the one that the people come to that say, "Oh, I've had 11 vocal coaches, and I know everything there is to know about singing." But you come to me, and the first mistake you make is raising that head during high notes. Hanging in that do, strain land, and that's what it sounds like too. Okay, should never be in strain land. We just want to carry, and you just want to lay on top of the tone and just sigh and yawn and push the airbag. See how that works? Okay. Now, if you'd like to have your voice worked on, and if you would like lessons, I'm also giving a 1-hour lecture next Monday online. No, not next Monday, next Friday, the 1st of May. So I will be, leaving ads for that on Facebook and also on Talkspresso. That's where all my other business stuff is. There's courses, and I'm going to be making some mini courses today to put on. Yeah, if you have any issues with breathing or, with high notes, I got you covered. But you have to sign up. You have to put, I can give you a 20-minute free lesson. Put voice or interested in, or send me a DM, okay? And we can get started immediately. So, that's what I have for you today. Stay warm. It's like, what is it? Is it going to be cold? Are we having winter or summer today? You never know here in the Lehigh Valley. But anyway, God bless everybody and peace.